The first episode of Picard in Season 2 offered a promising start. It felt like a big reset button was hit, allowing us a fresh start with these characters. It felt more like Star Trek, with a promising of optimism as well as a chance to tell a potential interesting character story for a beloved character. While it wasn't perfect, it gave me hope. Season 2, Episode 2, Penance, was a reminder that hope was a bit misplaced. So, here we go.
I am too old for your bullshit.
Old, yes.
Penance takes place right after the Stargazer, as Picard is confronting Q as to what has happened to the Stargazer and where he is at.
Where are the crew of the Stargazer?
Q has taken Picard to a different time, one where the Federation is now known as the Confederation. Humanity is now xenophobic, wiping out races and allowing its world to fall apart.
What is this hellhole, Q?
This is the only life you understand.
Picard is now a general, and instead of being known for diplomacy, he is now known for wiping out races. At this point, Q and Picard banter back and forth, which is always so good to see as both have so much chemistry.
So many wrinkles. So many disappointments.
What do you want, Q?
But a lot of it is so vague that I don't truly understand what's going on. It's just people saying stuff.
Well, you undersell yourself, Jean-Luc. You are more than just a piece.
I could tell you, but you're far too clever to listen.
Or atonement.
Q does give Picard a reminder that this is penance and a potential punishment for something Picard knows he has done wrong. Not sure what that means, but I'm sure it'll be explained later on.
Forgiveness for what?
I think you know.
We also do get a few Easter eggs with Q that I do kind of like.
Through a mirror darkly. How yesterday's Enterprise of you. General Martok.
The rest of the crew of Picard is spread out, with the episode painstakingly taking us through each person's first impressions. Seven is now the president of the Confederation, which seems like that was just for the sake of the show and not the Trek universe. Now would have been a really neat time to bring in a new face or an old one that would fit that president spot a lot better. Rios is now a colonel destroying Vulcans. Rafi's hunting down races. Elnor is on the run because he is Romulan. Jurati is just about as annoying as possibly ever and just non-stop.
Until I saw that Picard had apprehended a Romulan, so out of an abundance of caution, I sent a coded message to my old drinking pal, the president, aka Annika Seven Shot.
Yes! Yes, the Stargazer! Yes! I mean, I'm a stargazer, Madam President, which, way to go, by the way. She's off, going to be beheaded or whatever, and basically, as you were.
Shush!
Soji, she's not in a single minute of this episode, so I guess we just forgot about her? Whatever. I don't know, it's weird. So what's being set up here is kind of a clear mirror universe, but the show doesn't seem set on bringing anything like that up. Everything is mentioned as a new time, and instead of the Terran Empire, it's now the Confederation, Confederate Empire, whatever. It feels incredibly on the nose because it is.
Any species who dare defy the Confederation.
So many moments in this episode remind me that the writers lack a level of nuance. Whether it be Q unnecessarily hitting Picard to get across that he isn't well, or screaming fans hoping Picard kills the Borg Queen. It just feels so,
In your history, humanity discovered a way to spare the planet they were in the process of murdering.
Regardless, the crew set out to get out of their situation and use the Borg Queen. This forces Picard and Seven to fake a public execution, while Jurati talks to herself.
Shit.
Rafi tries to hack into the SHIELD Matrix transporter nonsense and all that. Biggest annoyance here is Picard making reference to the shameless brutality of public execution.
The ceremony calls for the Borg Queen to be terminated on stage.
Barbaric.
Then moments later, Elnor slices the throat of one of these guys. Yeah, I get it. It's a different timeline, doesn't count. He's probably a racist and they were beating on him, but still. Found that slightly amusing. The entire episode has this sense of dread for obvious reasons. Andrade's presence just makes it really hard to take anything serious.
This world is a lie. The fiction of the what if of what was.
Tell me about it, sister.
Despite the circumstance being quite literally the worst, it just feels like she's ripped from Lower Decks. I have no problem with bits of levity, but it just keeps going on and on. I get it. Finally, the crew escapes to the La Serena, but not before Elnor is popped by a boarding party. President Seven's husband and a security team hold everyone hostage, with her husband happy to kill Picard because I guess why not. Then the episode ends on a cliffhanger. I am sure at this point it is no surprise that I'm pretty disappointed with this episode. It felt like a pretty big step back from the level of optimism and decent character writing we received in the previous episode. Everything felt unnecessarily on the nose, from the climate mention and even the goofiness of Picard joining in with the crowd. Like, what is this? I guess if this was a mirror universe, I would be okay with it, but the fact that they pivoted away from that was such an odd choice.
This is not another reality. This is our reality.
I will say the uniforms are pretty cool, though. Overall, I'd give this episode probably like a 6 out of 10. What did you think of the episode? Was I too harsh on it? Probably. How excited were you to see John Delancey back as Q? I know, I was super excited. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video.